Flosstube. So I decided to make this video. I want to say that I've probably done about like 20 takes probably by this point. Completely awkward. So let's hope that this one actually sticks, because otherwise I have a bunch of these on my phone and I'm sure that it's inevitable that my boyfriend's gonna find them and be like, what are you doing? And to answer his question, I'm starting my own Flosstube channel. So I wanted to join up because my sister, Olivia, also known as Olivia B, who has her own Flosstube, highly suggest you check it out because she is pretty damn adorable and just all around awesome. For the last couple months, Olivia's been telling me about Flosstube and have I been watching Flosstube and you should watch Flosstube, without ever mentioning the fact that she has her own Flosstube. And then finally let that slip, and I started watching. Primarily I've been watching her videos because, again, she's awesome. And it's a completely different side of my sister that I really, really enjoy. And I love cross stitch, which is something that we share a love for, although she is way more advanced than I am. And so yeah, once I started watching her videos, and then I started watching some other people's videos. Huge fan of Abby over at Top Notch Stitch. I just know you as Abby, and your bangs, which I feel like are legendary on their own. And a few other people who've also been awesome. So yeah, I really enjoyed everyone's videos, and I did a video with my sister and really enjoyed it, not to mention like how amazing and nice everyone is in this community. My feeling after making the video and with the people who commented on it and watching other people's video was like, you know what the world needs right now? Cross stitchers. Like, we need to start our own UN. That's all I'm gonna say. It was just like, everyone's so damn nice. So I felt like I stitch. I love to stitch. I'm getting deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole thanks to my sister, who is a huge enabler, that I would, partake, share a little. So thank you to everyone who started this community of amazing people who share an amazing hobby. And I love hearing about everyone's personal lives and their interests and their families and what they enjoy stitching. And yeah, I feel like the world needs more cross stitchers, because just a lovely group of people. A little bit about myself. Again, my name's Elena. I live in San Francisco. This is me in my home that is decorated pretty much the exact same way I dress, which is in a lot of colors and a lot of patterns. I love colors, I love patterns, I love it all. It makes me happy. I have a small Victorian one-bedroom that is rent controlled. Thank you very much. And I live 5 blocks away from a bakery that I own with my dad, that we've had for the last 7 years. So I am a full-time pastry chef slash boss lady. And that is pretty much my life. I wake up at 2:30, 3 o'clock every morning, slap on some lipstick, usually a turban, and I go in and I make cakes and cookies and petit fours and chocolates, and the other day marzipan, squirrels, and foxes, because that's how I pay my rent. I have been here in San Francisco for also 7 years. I moved when we opened the bakery, and as much as I love my apartment, I'll be honest with you, I don't have a lot of free time to really explore the city as much as I probably should. My parents and my boyfriend are all down in the peninsula in Redwood City. And I go down there on the weekends kind of to get away from work in the bakery, because I feel like I can hear it breathing otherwise, even on my days off. It's just, I don't know, I don't have children, so I don't know what having children are like, but it's about as close as I feel like I can probably get. It is a living entity. I have about seven members on my staff of pastry chefs and counter help, which are all amazing people. And they do a great job running the bakery when I'm not there and when I'm at home cross-stitching. But yeah, it's a lot of responsibility. I wish it was just decorating cookies and coming up with new stuff, but as much as that is a part of it, it's mainly just running a business, which my sister also helps me with. Way to go, Olivia. She does all the finances when she's not cross-stitching and working her full-time job. So yeah, it's a cool job to tell people about for the most part, you know. I don't make people sad. I make people pretty happy, which is a part of my profession that I absolutely love, is that people come into my bakery to celebrate and to treat themselves, whether they're having a bad day and they need to eat their feelings, or they're having a wedding or a baby shower or a birthday or whatever. It's I get to be a part of people's lives in a really positive way, and I love that. It makes me feel like it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I accomplished something positive. I love being able to do a job where at the end of the day I can see exactly what I did. Hopefully it's not just scheduling and typing up payroll. But, you know, going into the holidays now, we're doing Halloween cookies, the marzipan figurines, and we're doing all that kind of stuff, and I love that. So I am a very tactile person. I would like to consider myself creative, and especially with decorations and that kind of thing. And yeah, so I've been pastry chef now for 12 to 13 years. I did all of my training in Switzerland for 5 years. Our mother is Swiss, and so I spent 20 to 25 in Switzerland, and baking, and it was great. It was really difficult. But it was an experience of a lifetime, and it gave me a profession that I'm pretty damn good at. So yeah, not to be humble, but yeah. So that's what I do. That just made me sound like such a jerk. Sorry, I'm really not that horrible. Anywho, so yeah, so I have never actually had a hobby before. It's usually been work, and watching Murder, She Wrote, taking naps, curating my wardrobe, decorating my home. I paint the walls every couple years, all of them. So yeah, haven't had a lot going on, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, really not. I mean, no sports, don't work out. Yeah, okay. Nope, really still not making myself sound a lot better. Anywho, so my sister started cross-stitching, and I forget even how it started. I think I saw one of Satsuma Street's patterns, and my favorite artist is Mary Blair, who was the creative force behind It's a Small World at Disneyland, The Three Amigos, which was a Disney movie, Alice in Wonderland. She did the artwork for that. So I really like a lot of the 2D, again, lots of colors, patterns, all of that. So I've always loved her artwork. I also love Disneyland. Not Disney so much, but Disneyland in Orange County. By far the best childhood memories I have growing up, and I like to go once or twice a year. I love it. It's happy, it's clean. I understand it's not for everyone, but yeah. So Mary Blair is one of my favorite artists. So Satsuma Street, obviously, I was drawn to it. So this was the first piece I did, and I'm pointing at you, hoping that my boyfriend's gonna edit this and put all the pictures in there, because I've given away a lot of these. This one I did for my friend Emily when she told me that she was having a baby, and I thought that it was an appropriate gift to give someone who's pregnant. Again, I have no kids. I have never babysat. I have absolutely zero understanding. I'm kind of like, I would compliment myself to the point of saying a modern day Auntie Mame in my own dreams. So yeah, I thought that that's something that you would give someone. And then I did more than a few projects in between. This one, which was Golden Girls. That's for my best friend back in Switzerland. Shout out to you, Chung. I've never actually given this one to her because honestly, no one knows where it is. I think I gave it to Olivia to frame. She said I didn't. It might be in my closet. I have no idea. I feel like it didn't take me that long to stitch it, so I could probably do it pretty quick again since I have the pattern. But yeah, let's be honest. I got a bunch of whips I'm going to be showing you sometime soon. So yeah, I did that one. Olivia started her own pattern shop on Etsy called East Bay Stitch. Shout out again to you, Olivia. I feel like I've just opened this up to, promote my sister, which I'm okay with. I did a few of hers, and then I stopped for a little while. And then I picked it back up again when I gave Emily the gift of the first Satsuma Street one, which I will find the name of. And after that, she hadn't requested, but I offered that I do Little San Francisco because I had started it. That was the last project I was working on. Sorry, this is like so scrambled. My only defenses for kind of coming off like a douche and scattered brain is that I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning. No nap. So yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah, anyway, so I had offered her that I would do Little San Francisco because I had started it. I hadn't gotten far in it. I think I just got the Transamerica building and the Golden Gate Bridge. And once I got to the point of stitching the fog, I was like, yeah, we're done. And picked it back up again over Christmas. And I finished that. And I was really proud of it. It went over really well. I gave it to her at her baby shower because, again, I had no idea what to give. And some woman, when I gave it to her, she was really happy, of course, because, it coordinated with the other ones for the baby's room. And a woman behind me was like, oh my God, can I buy one of those off of you? Which was very flattering, but at the same time, I was like, I don't even know how many hours that took. It was 165. But no, I don't know. I don't think you're going to pay what I would possibly feel you would need to pay for me to stitch that for you. Stitching is a gift. I feel like you give it because you enjoy it and you love the person or you have a reason to. But I mean, like, I'm not selling that. Stitch your own. Learn it. It's an amazing hobby. It's going to enrich your life. You're going to be a better person. So yeah, so that was Little San Francisco. That kicked off round 2 of the Stitchy Bug. And after that, Emily had requested, because they had basically conceived their baby in Tokyo. This is like a lot of information, and I'm really hoping Emily's never going to watch this because she's a really private person. Here this is. Requested that I do Satsuma Street, Little Tokyo. So I kitted it up and was going to start, and then a part of me was like, yeah, no, Emily gets 2. I gotta move on. First off, stitching for someone because you want to is a great feeling. Stitching with the deadline is not a great feeling, which I've learned with the last 2 projects that I've completed. Stitching with a deadline because someone has asked you to do a project for them isn't something I've done yet, but isn't something I really feel like doing. So along those lines, I'm not going to do it. So I decided to stitch a gift for another friend whose birthday is coming up, actually it just passed, and he is Muslim. So I stitched this beautiful piece of artwork from the Quran right there. And this is going to be so dorky if my boyfriend doesn't edit this and then there's just nothing there, so I apologize. But I really hope he does it and helps me out. So anywho, I stitched that, and that was also like, I think 185 hours. And as I've mentioned in a video that I did with my sister, I time my stitching. I time the projects that I give so that I can announce how long it took me to stitch it so that someone comprehends that this is not some sort of little side craft that we're doing in front of the TV, although I am doing it in front of the TV. But that it's actually something that takes a really long time and a lot of effort and a lot of love, you know, a lot of passion in those cross stitches. So yeah, start timing yourself and telling people. I feel like I'm okay with guilting people about it. Anywho, so I finished that project. I've yet to give it to him. He was supposed to come and visit at the beginning of August, and unfortunately his job got in the way. And I have yet to give it to him, so it is all framed and ready to go for when he finally does come home. And yeah, I'm not good at secrets, and I'm also really not good at surprises. Like, I don't like surprises, and when I make something or I buy a gift, it's extremely difficult for me to not want to share it now. What? It's 4 months before Christmas? That doesn't matter. Here, just go ahead and open it. So yeah. Really, really need him to come back so that he can open it, because I am so excited for him to have it. He's one of those people who you can't really buy anything for it because he already kind of has everything, or he'll just buy himself whatever he wants anyway. And what do you do for someone like that? Last year when he came to visit, I got him off of Etsy, and I really hope this doesn't bother people because it's kind of weird, but because he is a very dapper man, I had bought him cufflinks that were human molars. He then decided to tell people that they were actually my molars, which I'm okay with, you know? I mean, it probably would have been more thoughtful if they were, you know? I mean, So anywho, yeah, so I stitched that. That was a big project. I was really happy with it. I chose the colors for it, which was the first time I'd ever done that. That was a little daunting at first. I did a lot of color boards, yeah, it took some effort. I was really nervous. There's nothing worse than starting a really big project, and it was a really big project. It was a good size project for me, and yeah, to not have ever picked the colors and hoping that they were going to go well. The original pattern was in all different pinks, cranberries and light pinks and light purples, and as much as it looked beautiful on Etsy, the photograph of it, it just wasn't something that I felt was appropriate, and it wasn't me. So I used all jewel tones on Ada fabric that was 18 count, which was also, I think, the first time I'd used 18 count. I've been used to using 16 count. And it was the first time I ordered from 123 Stitch. Shout out to 123 Stitch. How awesome are they? Anywho, so I stitched it, and I used gold. It had gold in it. It was like really shimmery, nice gold one. And yeah, so I was happy with that. I was pretty stoked that I chose wisely with the colors, because that could have gone either way. So yeah, that was my last major project. After I completed that project and was high as a kite on cross-stitch fumes, I basically ran into 3 projects. One was based off the Tiki Fountain at Disneyland, or the Tiki Room. I don't remember what her name is that designed it. My sister totally knows because she totally suggested it. And I'll put a link down there. I'm really sorry. I should have looked it up. The second one, so that was one. The second one was I started Little Tokyo, no longer for Emily, but totally for my boyfriend who lived there for 12 years and felt that he was due a cross stitch, and he totally is. It was the first time that I bought hand-dyed fabric in this beautiful indigo kind of color, which I thought would be cool with Little Tokyo, which is a lot of turquoises and pinks and that kind of thing. And I started that, and then I also kitted up Arcadia White and Gold, which also is another Satsuma Street. And that one was just because my boyfriend and I do not live together, mainly because I like to have all the closet space and not part of the closet space. And he has more of a nautical decor, which is cool for him. I have a little bit more of an eclectic kind of crazy lady type deal. So yeah, so we don't live together, which means that I have cross stitch at my place and cross stitch at his place. And so yeah, so because I had Little Tokyo as well as the Tiki Room cross stitch at his place, I didn't have anything to stitch, and that started to drive me crazy. And so I started up Arcadia. That's as far as I got so far, by Satsuma Street. It is not supposed to be stitched on black. I had black Ada available, so I thought, hey, let's do it on black Ada. Let's try this party out. These are also not the colors that were supposed to be used. These were from another project that I had kitted up and I wasn't using, and so I thought, you know, let's just do it. So I didn't actually plan it out. I just started choosing colors that I thought looked good next to each other, and yeah, so that's a side project. I haven't gotten that far. This is on 16. My sister was a little concerned about me stitching on dark fabric, and if, you know, kept saying, well, is it hard? Are you having a hard time? I did not find it difficult at all. Only because I have good lighting in my living room and I could see through little holes. So that's coming along. It is, however, on the back burner. So because of Flosstube, after our last video, after the video my sister and I did together, I went on vacation a week later. So I went to Switzerland for 3 weeks with my boyfriend, and we did train travel all over the country. And it was a lot of train travel. And so I had internet capability and started going on 1-2-3 Stitch, and I was just looking around. And so there were a couple patterns that I really liked. One of which I had mentioned to my sister before I left, which was Plum Street Samplers Turkey Bay. It's like the cutest thing ever. Totally not anything having to do with the style of stitching that I've been doing, like the type of pattern, but I saw it and I was like, that is ridiculously adorable. I feel no connection to Thanksgiving, let alone pilgrims, but the turkeys are so chubby and cute that it was like, no, this is awesome, I gotta stitch this. So Olivia went ahead and bought me the pattern, which was very nice of her. And so while I'm on the train, I was like, okay, well, I gotta get the fabric. So I got the fabric. I got one of those really cool, what's the brand called? It's one of those hand-dyed fabrics. It's Ada. It is 16 count, I think, and it has, I think it's in color mocha, so it's that cool dye effect. I'm really sorry that I'm horrible with the terminology. There is a lot. I just figured out what LNS was the other day. Like, there's between the whip and like 16 other things. Like, I'm constantly texting my sister being like, wait, what was that? What were they talking about? So I'm a little slow, but I'm figuring it out. Slowly but surely. I was just cross-stitching before. Now there's like this whole new world of awesomeness. Anyway, so I got that fabric and I started stitching that. This is where I'm at right now. This is a project I'm working on for my sister because she bought the pattern, and this year she's hosting her first Thanksgiving, although I'm not invited, but that's cool. I'm kidding, it's family stuff. Anywho, so yeah, I'm stitching that currently, and I've actually made a good chunk of progress, way more than I thought. I thought this was going to be a gift for next Thanksgiving, which I am invited to. But I think I'm going to be ready in a couple weeks. Yeah. Given my schedule and the fact that I usually get home around 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I go to bed at 7:30, I have like at least 2 to 3 hours a day to stitch, as well on Mondays, which is my day off, that I just spend Mondays at home cleaning and then stitching. I can sit down and stitch for like 10 hours easily. Yeah, as long as Murder, She Wrote's around. It's all 13 seasons. So yeah, so Turkey Bay is what I'm working on currently at my boyfriend's place. And that is awesome. That is my first time using hand-dyed threads, which I can't tell you how beautiful they are. Like piney woods. Can I buy my whole entire fall wardrobe in piney woods, please? I mean, just the coolest thing ever. It does make DMC feel so basic now. I mean, it's like, now I'm just stitching with DMC, as opposed to these are my hand-dried flosses. Yeah, rabbit hole, way down in it. So that's what I'm doing at my boyfriend's. So that is 16 count. While I was on the train, though, I bought, let's see, from Country Cottage Needleworks, I bought the Candy Cane Cottage. It's this one right over here. Yeah. So I had seen this a while back, and I thought it was really cute. My favorite holiday is Christmas. I feel like you should have somehow guessed that. I don't know, you know? Definitely not Halloween. It's all about Christmas. So yeah, so I bought this, and it arrived before I came back from my trip, which was awesome. And I didn't realize it because I bought everything that they suggested, which was DMC. I didn't know that I had bought, with it, I had also bought linen. And I'm pretty sure it's 32 count. I have never stitched on linen before. And I did actually once. There was a Satsuma street. I know there's a fancy name for it, but I don't remember it. Again, I promise you I will get better with the terminology. But it was one of the pain cushions, and it had fruit on it. And I love Carmen Miranda, so I thought, oh my gosh, that's super cool. I totally need one of those. I can stitch it. And I bought linen, not realizing how it's not like stitching on Ada, and quickly gave up. And actually, spider landed on that pattern, and then I felt like, yeah, nope, that's a sign. We gotta stop this project. So I stopped. And I never touched it again, and I kept talking to Olivia about it, about like my fears and, you know, not wanting to do it, and that I sucked at it, and it didn't work the first time, and just being really, really intimidated. Just really intimidated by linen. So Candy Cane Cottage showed up with linen, and I didn't realize I had bought it. And so I decided, okay, cool, well, it's time that we conquer these fears. My sister always stitches on linen. Her stuff looks super boss on it. So I tried. And as much as, this is kind of what a dummy I am, I also bought Ada fabric that was white with silver threads that weren't silver. It turned out that it was more just like white shimmer for this project because I thought it looked like a snow globe, and I thought aesthetically it would be super cute. And I think it was like 16 or 18 count. I like 18 count. So that came, but in the meantime, while it was being shipped, because I already had the pattern and everything, and I have zero patience, I started trying to stitch it on the linen. And this is where I'm at as of today, last night. By the way, Grime Guard, courtesy of my sister, and Dodgy Jammer Needle Minder is, man, I gave them a shout out the last time on my sister's Flosstube. Yeah, I'll find out. I'll find out and put a little thing, but it's adorable. It's a cookie. I collect fake food displays from Japan, and this was right up my alley, so Dodgy Jammas, what up? We have these at the bakery, just saying, in case you're in San Francisco. Yeah, we make on my spot. So anyway, so yeah, I've been stitching. It is it's okay. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, and I'm enjoying it. I only have one hand-dyed floss in there that is poblano pepper. I wouldn't think of that color as being poblano pepper, but hey, you know, whatever they say. So yeah, so I'm currently working on that at home, and I feel like I'm not really into it, I'll be honest with you. I recently also got, my sister also gifted me, she's a very generous sister, Little House Needleworks Lantern Lane, which I'm actually super excited to start, but I have linen for that one. And so I figured I would do Candy Cane Cottage because it's not huge, and then move on to this because I gotta do it on linen, guys. I gotta branch out. I gotta learn my terminology, and I'm gonna learn how to stitch on linen. So Lantern Lane, you're up next because you are so adorable. It's not even funny. Like, doesn't it look like the house from Home Alone? I mean, it's like Christmas. It's like everything. I just want to live there. Anyway, yeah. So that's me conquering my fears of linen. I'm gonna do it. Okay. Other project I have coming up, which also involves linen, and I kind of had no idea what I got myself into, but I also, once again, blame my sister. I feel like my sister should just be here due to the fact that I talk about her all the time, but she's the only person I know that cross stitches other than all y'all. So I'm sorry. I mean, yeah. Okay. So I got this one from eBay. Okay. She has a Pinterest board of all of the things that she wants to stitch. So I was checking it out. I was stalking my sister on Pinterest. And I came across this pattern that I really liked from Renato Perlin from Italy. And I was like, okay, that's really cool. So I click on it and it takes me to this website that sells it. And it's like 12 euros for a pattern. I'm like, okay, I can get behind that. It's not the $5 I'm used to spending, but okay, $12. No, that's super cute. And so I put a couple patterns. I signed up for the coupon, the 15% off. I love coupons. That's awesome. And I put everything in the shopping cart, and I'm like ready to click PayPal. And I'm texting my sister, oh yeah, hey, I'm getting like 4 of these patterns. And she's like, oh, you know, don't do it. It's really expensive. And I was like, Olivia, it's like $12. Like, come on, you know? I sell a lot of cookies. It's $12. And I said, yeah, it's free shipping and there's no tax. And she's like, wait, where are you buying this from? And then I looked down and no, it's not free shipping. In fact, the shipping was going to be way more than the patterns that I was buying. So I was bummed. Not only was I bummed, I was kind of mad. Like, you were going to charge me $35 for shipping? I mean, look, I don't want to offend anyone, okay? But I just feel like I've shipped stuff to Europe before to my friend Chung, and like a dress and a pair of shoes is like $32. 2 of these puppies, $35. Am I just being a jerk? I mean, like, I'll pay $15. Can we barter it? Because even with the coupon, it was still just too much. So anyway, I went to eBay because I was like, no, I'm still getting this stuff. And I found the patterns that I was looking for. And this one is called La Piñata di Classe. I should say that my heritage is Italian, and I obviously just butchered the crap out of this. Anywho, so it is, oh, there we go. It is tiny little trees. It's adorable. I got 2 of these for $35 with shipping off of eBay. Only to have the seller write me back and say one of the patterns she didn't have, but she would send it for free and deduct the price of one. So basically, I got 2 for $17, which is awesome. Awesome. I was really proud of myself. Here's the thing though, okay, is that, again, I'm really new to doing anything on linen. I'm new to buying patterns that aren't PDFs off of Etsy. And so I kind of had no idea how big this thing was going to be. And then Olivia calculated it out for me yesterday, and it's going to be like a ½ foot by over 3 feet long on linen. Yeah. So I'm a little nervous. And I bought 2. And yeah, so Olivia said she had fabric for me. I'm really excited about that, and we're gonna dye it. However, because I'm used to stitching colorful stuff, like multiple colors, I have no idea what to do here and would love some input. if either someone's ever done this pattern or if there's a color combination that you think would be awesome with these, with the trees and the birds and the fabric. We are going to try dyeing a piece of fabric that she got on sale. And yeah, I don't know. Part of me thinks like indigo, like a navy, like a rich midnight navy with like a cream colored floss. I definitely want to go hand dyed on the floss because, I mean, come on, if it's gonna be 3.5 feet, let's do it right. I feel like it's gonna take me a really long time. I'm so sorry, I have the sniffles. I'm just getting over a cold. It's gross, I'm sorry. So yeah, any sort of advice on hand dyeing fabric, on colors that you really love put together, if you could please help a girl out, because I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure. The options are endless, and yeah. They may be going to my sister in her home because I stitch for her a lot. They may stay in my home and go in this room that I'm sitting in, which, although you see everything as being white, is actually probably about a 3-foot trim up top. I've like wainscoting like you won't believe because it's Victorian. So it is a deep, here I'll show you. Sorry. It is a deep turquoise. And those are, sorry, those are oranges on the ceiling, guys. So yeah, anyway, it's a deep turquoise. So they might go up here because I have no artwork on the walls. So yeah, anyway, any help I would truly appreciate. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I brought to show. That is, so I haven't even kitted it up obviously yet. What I basically have going on right now that I'm really working solidly on is the Candy Cane Cottage to finish up practicing on linen, the Turkey Bay, and then after that, one project at my apartment will be the Lantern Blaine, and then the other one will be La Piñata di Classe, which is how they say it in Italy. Yeah. One thing I really do want to share, because I know that he will never make it on Flosstube, is my boyfriend has started a cross stitch. He started a cross stitch with me originally the first time that I started with Satsuma Street. He started working on Little Tokyo. He got quite far. The back of his stitching is like a total mess, but he's got like big bear paws. So I figure, you know, you can't blame the man for trying. He did a great job. He did a great job. He is an amazing crafter. He has just started to learn how to sew and made me a pillowcase, and I am really proud of him. I'm hoping beyond hope that my sister will teach him how to make project bags and grime guards. I don't think you understand how much I'm going to enjoy going to Joann's and picking out fabric for that. Yeah. Anyway, so he just finished a project because he was actually, after I finished the piece from the Quran, I kind of lost the stitchy bug for a little while. Like, I went straight into the Tiki Room pattern as well as Arcadia in white and gold and Little Tokyo, and then I just stopped. Like, I just hit a wall. It sucked. So during that time, though, he, of course, picked up cross-stitching and he stitched me this. And this is his first finished project. And it is a bear. And I have no idea who this is because he did it on his own. I have no idea. But yeah, he did a great job. I was really, really proud of him. And again, he's kind of like a bear, so he stitched basically what he jokingly referred to as a self-portrait. And I love it. And he did a really good job. So, way to go, boo. Really proud of you. Yeah, and he is also going to be working on another project supposedly starting October 1st. We are supposed to go on the Whole 30, if you're familiar with that, on October 1st. So he said he's also going to start cross-stitching. I don't know if that helps him with dieting or what, but hey, whatever. Whatever you got to do. So I think that's it. Yeah, that's my first Flosstube. I was a little nervous, guys. Again, I want to thank you for all being such an amazing community of grass stitchers. I'm looking forward to watching even more videos. I watch them before I go to sleep, which doesn't put me to sleep, but I just really enjoy it. I really enjoy hearing about your guys' lives. I used to watch PBS NewsHour before I went to sleep, but that's become such a bummer. I watch a little bit earlier and then I finish with Flosstube because it's like the best part of humanity, you know? And I've never had a hobby before, and this is a great hobby to have, and I don't think I could be happier to have found a hobby that I'm enjoying so much, that gives me a creative outlet, and that has introduced me into this whole world of just like amazing people. So if you did watch this, I really appreciate it. I have no idea why you would watch this, but I appreciate it if you have. And yeah, I'm gonna get a lot better at the terminology and knowing where these patterns come from. So slowly but surely. Yeah. So again, thank you very much for watching, and thank you for being awesome. And until next time, toodles.